Only friends who truly care about you will want what's best for you. This is something I've noticed in my own life because, truthfully, only my greatest friends who really deeply care about me have held me accountable and wanted what's best for me. Because wanting what's best for your friends often does mean holding them accountable for their actions, and especially holding them accountable when they're settling and even trying to steer them off of that path of settling. I've often thought that the best friends will not ever let you settle because they really care about you, so they want you to live the best possible life you can. And if you're settling, well, you're not living your best life, right? We all know that, because settling is inherently the opposite of living your best life. So quite often, if a friend is allowing you to settle, I would wager that means that they may not truly deeply care about you, or they're just straight up not a great friend. Because great friends will not allow you to settle like that. I've actually ended up losing friends over this because I don't want to be around people who are willing to settle. I almost always will try to steer the friends that I care about away from settling. One of my closest friends, she ended up getting into a relationship with this guy who I could just tell was not great for her. She wasn't actually settling, it was just more, there were a bunch of things going on pretty much, but I wanted what was best for her. So as soon as I noticed that she was with a man who was not a good fit for her, I told her within even probably a month and a half of them seeing each other. I straight up was like, hey, look, I don't think this man is right for you. I mean, I know you like him, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem like the right fit. And unfortunately, she did end up staying with him for significantly longer, but eventually she did break up with him and realize that, yeah, he wasn't quite the right fit for her. And this is what good friends should do. They should warn you when you're making decisions like that, because your friends will have a clear vision of what you're doing. They'll be able to analyze your choices in a way that you can't, because your emotions are going to guide your decision making and cloud your vision. But your friends, they're going to have clear vision when they analyze what you're doing. So if they see you going for someone who's not right for you, usually you want to listen to them because they're seeing things that your cloudy vision is obscuring. But that doesn't mean that they don't exist. It just means your emotions are steering you in the wrong direction, or maybe even your prior trauma or your insecurities. All of those things can make us create horrible decisions for ourselves and end up choosing the wrong partner, the wrong career path, whatever it may be, or even sometimes they can lead to settling. So you really want to value the friends who have the courage to call you out on making those bad decisions. The friends who will hold you accountable. They are special because very few friends will actually do that. Many people out there, they would rather maintain the status quo. They'd rather keep the peace. So they'll think that if they hold you accountable, that it's going to make you not want to be their friend anymore, which hopefully you're not going to take that stance either. You should want your friends to hold you to a higher level of existence. You should want them to help you level up, because otherwise, what are you doing, right? You could probably get better friends if your friends aren't helping you become a better person over time. So you should want friends who are willing to hold you accountable. Friends who will see those blind spots that escape your own vision. This is something that I'm very passionate about because it's just so unfortunate how so many people view this as a bad thing, meaning viewing their friends holding them accountable as bad. Usually it's because their egos are too big or they have issues there. They don't want to admit that they make bad decisions at times, and it's really unfortunate. And yeah, as I said earlier, I have lost friends over this, and it was actually because I cared about them, right? It's funny to me how there are people out there who won't want that, to the extent that they'll be willing to lose you even though you're helping them better themselves. But there are people out there who they don't want to do that. They want to maintain their little status quo and stay down here when really they could be up here living a life this great, but they'd rather not challenge themselves. They'd rather stay stuck down here, and it's just a part of life. So if you encounter that, it will happen, I imagine. It's happened to me a lot of times. I'm sure it's happened to many of you. So it's just one of those unfortunate things. I wouldn't say you should try to maintain those people in your life, because if they don't want to grow and you are on that personal development journey, you probably don't want friends like that. They're going to hold you back. And I typically, when someone treats me in that way, when they don't like me holding them accountable, I let them go, because I'm like, I don't want you as a friend. You are not helping me live the life that I want to live, so I don't want you in my life. To me, people like that are only going to detract us. They're going to steer us in the wrong direction. So, as unfortunate as it is, they're just typically not worth your time. But when you do have people in your life who are willing and able to have you hold them accountable, and they do the same for you, that is a beautiful thing. That's one of those things where that relationship, that friendship could last a lifetime, because you'll be growing and evolving together. And it's really cool to watch those friendships like that, to see both of you slowly becoming better over time and being able to reminisce on how things were when you first met, or even a few years into your friendship, and just how much growth you've ended up accumulating over time. It's truly something special. So it really is unfortunate how there aren't a whole lot of people out there who want these kinds of friendships, because I would say that's like the only kind of friendship, in my opinion. Anything less than that, I would say that's not really friendship. It's more like you're just acquaintances who enjoy spending time together, but neither of you are helping each other live a better life, so really there isn't all that much substance there. But maybe I'm being a bit too harsh, but hopefully you guys understand what I'm driving at here. But yeah, this is just something that I think about from time to time, that only friends who truly deeply care about you will hold you accountable, because people don't hold you accountable if they don't care about you, right? They'll let you do whatever you want because they don't give two shites about you and your life. So they don't care if you settle, they don't care if you make bad decisions, they just don't care. So if a friend truly does hold you accountable, realize that that means they deeply care about you. And that's something special. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. I truly hope you enjoyed this one. Feel free to leave your stories related to this in the comments down below. I would love to hear whether or not many of you actually have friends like this, and if you do, please try to maintain those relationships, because they truly are special and even rare. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci.